Look at that, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the East River, and you are looking at this from your own living room on the 29th floor. I'm going to show you everything today, the apartment, the building downstairs, the neighborhood, and I'm going to answer 2 questions I get asked all the time about buying in a building like this. Stay with me until the end because I am bringing you back to this window. And when you see it properly, you will understand why this might be one of the most underpriced views in New York City right now. Today I'm walking you through a 1-bedroom co-op on the 29th floor of Citylights at Queens Landing, right here in Hunters Point, Long Island City. 863 square feet, convertible junior floor layout priced at $785,000. Take a look at the view. This is Citylights, located at 474 48th Avenue, Long Island City. Completed in 1996 and designed by the late architect Cesar Pelli, who also designed the Petronas Towers in Malaysia and One Canada Square in London. This was the first luxury high-rise to go up on the Long Island City waterfront. Everything you see being built around it today came after this building led the way. And here is a detail most people miss. Almost all of the massive luxury towers lining this waterfront are strictly rental buildings. Citylights remains one of the incredible rare premier opportunities where you can actually buy and own a piece of this front row view permanently. The building sits directly across from Gantry Plaza State Park, 22 acres of waterfront right at your front door. The Manhattan skyline is your permanent backdrop whether you are inside the apartment or taking a walk outside. Walking into Citylights, you have a full-time doorman and 24-hour concierge service. The lobby is well maintained and the staff here is known for long tenure. In a building with over 500 units, that consistency matters. And the service goes beyond just greeting you at the door. The concierge team handles all your package deliveries, so whether you are at work, traveling, or simply upstairs, everything is received, locked, and held safely for you until you are ready to pick it up. No missed deliveries, no packages left outside your door, no trips to the post office. In a city where online shopping and delivery are part of daily life, that is a genuinely full service experience that makes a real difference day to day. Now I want to talk about something that does not get enough attention when people look at buildings in Long Island City: parking. If you have ever tried to park in LIC, you know this is a real problem. Street parking is extremely limited. Public garages in the neighborhood charge anywhere from $300 to $500 a month or more. And most residential buildings either do not have parking at all or have a wait list that takes years. Citylights is a completely different story. The building has 5 full floors of parking inside the garage. Residents pay $149 per month. Renters pay $249 per month. Those numbers are significantly lower than anything else available in this neighborhood, publicly or in other buildings. One thing to know, parking is not assigned for residents. You pull in and take any available space. If you want a dedicated assigned spot, those cost extra. But for most residents, the unassigned setup works perfectly, given how much space the garage has across 5 floors. For a buyer who owns a car, this alone changes the math on what this building is worth to live in. The fitness center at Citylights is not a typical building gym with 2 treadmills and a set of dumbbells. This is a world-class facility, full weight room, cardio equipment, a dedicated yoga and workout studio, and daily fitness classes for residents, all included in your monthly maintenance, no separate membership fee. The building also has a sauna. Men and women have separate sauna facilities. For residents who want a full wellness routine without leaving the building, everything is here. All of this is covered by your monthly maintenance. You're not paying extra for any of it. Something most people do not realize about Citylights is that there is a public school in the building. The Early Childhood Center covers pre-kindergarten through first grade and is located right here. For families with young children, that means school drop-off is just steps away. For grades 2 and up, the school is just around the corner, still an extremely short walk from the front door. For buyers with families, this is a significant quality of life feature that most buildings in LIC simply cannot offer. First question, can you rent it out immediately? The short answer for Citylight is no, not immediately, but the rules here are far more flexible than any typical Queens co-op. Citylight is a condo, a hybrid structure that combines elements of condo and co-op. What that means in practice is that once you have lived here as your primary residence for 1 full year, you are allowed to sublet. You can also use it as a pied-à-terre after that first year. And when you eventually sell, there is no flip tax. Compare that to a traditional Queens co-op where subletting can be prohibited entirely or heavily restricted. The condo structure here is generally more owner-friendly. One more thing, there is no board interview at Citylights. You still need board approval, but you do not sit in a room and answer questions. For buyers who have been through that process at other buildings, that alone is a relief. Second question, are older co-ops bigger and cheaper than the new condos built today in LIC? Yes. Buildings like Citylights were built when developers were still constructing generous square footage. This unit is 863 square feet for a 1-bedroom. Many new condos in LIC today are selling 1-bedrooms in the 550 to 680 square foot range at a higher price per square foot. The monthly maintenance here is $2,366. That covers heat, hot water, gas, the gym, all the building services, and property tax. When a condo buyer adds up common charges, real estate taxes, and utilities separately, the gap narrows significantly. Bigger, often cheaper, and in a building that already exists and is fully operational. Let me take you inside Unit 29H. The kitchen is the centerpiece of this apartment, updated with granite countertops and stainless steel appliances. Good cabinet storage throughout. For a building from 1996, this kitchen feels completely current. Now these blinds, I want to make sure you notice this because they are not standard. These are custom motorized blinds in both the living room and the bedroom, with multiple layers including a blackout layer. Each set operates on its own remote control. The owner paid over $20,000 for these blinds alone. They convey with the apartment. That is the significant value add that does not show up in the listing price. Storage is something buyers always ask about, and this apartment delivers. The closets in the living room, the bedroom, and by the kitchen are all floor to ceiling, and each one comes with its own built-in light. You open the door and the light comes on. It sounds like a small detail, but when you're living here every single day, it matters. Look up. The ceiling height in this apartment is generous and the lighting is well positioned throughout the living room. You can also see the sprinkler system built into the ceiling. That is a safety feature that many older co-op buildings in Queens simply do not have. This home is sun-filled. We filmed at around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and even then the natural light coming through these windows is remarkable. What our video honestly cannot fully capture is what this apartment looks like at golden hour, or when the sun goes down and the city lights up across the Manhattan skyline. You can only imagine sitting in this living room watching Midtown comes alive at night. There is something you have to experience in person. The bedroom is generous in size and has its own story to tell. While the living room faces Manhattan, the bedroom looks out over Queens. You are getting two completely different skylines depending on which room you are in. Morning light comes straight through here. The bathroom has been updated and features double shower heads, clean, functional, and well finished. Nothing here that needs work. The neighborhood around Citylights has transformed dramatically over the last decade. Gantry Plaza State Park is steps from the front door. The waterfront is your daily walk, and the dining and coffee scene along Vernon Boulevard and Center Boulevard keeps growing every year. Long Island City has become one of the most livable neighborhoods in the outer boroughs, and it still has room to grow. Transportation from Citylights is one of its strongest selling points. The 7 train at Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue is one stop from Midtown Manhattan. One stop. Grand Central, Times Square, the Penn Station area. Under 10 minutes door to door. The G train is also nearby, connecting you into Williamsburg, Greenpoint, and through Brooklyn without touching Manhattan. 2 New York Waterway ferry terminals are within walking distance with direct service to East 34th Street and Wall Street. And the Long Island City LIRR station is just a few blocks south for anyone heading out to Long Island. Manhattan is one subway stop. That is the headline. I saved this for last because most people touring a building like this never make it up here. And that is exactly why I wanted to show you. This is the rooftop deck at Citylights, a certified green roof on the 6th floor with a full-size tennis court, garden landscaping, outdoor lounge seating, and dining setups. And then there is this. From up here, you get a full panoramic view of the Manhattan skyline, the East River, and the Queens waterfront all at once. This is your outdoor living room. Now, here's what sets 29H apart. Not every unit in this building gets this, but if you're lucky enough to own 29H on the 29th floor, this view follows you home. You get it from your living room, you get it from your bedroom every single day without stepping outside. In Long Island City, in a building at this price point, this combination of a rooftop like this and a private view like that is something you simply do not find anywhere else. The rooftop is a bonus. The apartment is the main event. That is Citylights Unit 29 at 474 48th Avenue, Long Island City, on the 29th floor, and it's $785,000. If you are a buyer who wants to see this unit in person, send me a message, links below. If you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere in Queens and you want to understand what your options look like right now, come find me. My website is claudialouis.com. All my links are in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.